know, I just said to Jamie, I should have sent out an email because every one of us kind of went, is it today?
Cause it moved, right?
Yeah,
It moved
it
from
did.
Wednesday to Tuesday, that
Because
last
tomorrow
week.
is the district fun run, so, and that starts at 5,
Oh, that's-
so everybody needs to be out there.
Fun run, that's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one.
I agree.
Why do we have wide run?
It's like bittersweet. It's just a run.
They don't like a fun
Okay, you're all over it, so that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, fun run.
outstanding.
Never heard of that.
All right, I think we're ready, Robert.
We're recording.
Okay.
We're live. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, everybody, welcome to our the last one of the year, right? So,
Yes.
so glad we could all make it and on an adjusted schedule as well. So thanks everybody for being here. So anyways, I hope everyone's had a chance to go over the agenda that's been prepared, and we wouldn't mind having somebody motion to accept that presented, or if any amendments or modifications need to be made.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
But we accept it.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. A little more productive than the box other meeting from the other night, as far as concurrence.
Neil's gonna start screaming here.
So, yeah.
He said
Anyways.
he'd start doing that.
Yeah, he was the one, he was the instigator, I think. Okay, anyways, we're moving forward, so. So anyways, gonna make a January 6th callback, but I won't. So anyways, okay, well, good stuff. Just following up, I know we wrapped up our foundation concerts. And so, and one thing that came along with that, which is the second bullet point, is we have the donor recognition and advertising, which we were talking about. And so, we're gonna have banners, and they're gonna be done, basically once we're done with the golf tournament, and, just in time for the new school year. We still have some corporate sponsorships, which we'll kind of go over, that are trickling in. I noticed one is missing, and I've reminded our person
The bank.
Put
Yeah.
that.
on this list as well.
Missing, I think.
And so, it's not Jamie, has a.
It's not. It's Matt.
Yeah. And I sent, I know, I've got, there's an S in front of my title, and I think that would have helped. But apparently it doesn't, so I sent another email last week about reminding them to get that checked out. So yeah, so this number is not at all final, so anyways, 'cause as of now, if we were to print those banners, a certain bank would be absent from this, so anyway, so yes, so we're gonna wait till school starts, get that banner finalized, hanging up, and it would be awesome for you to see.
Did you want to be on the banner?
Yes, we need to earn our way in, obviously.
You could just front the money.
That's right. They'll just float us.
If you're late, you will drop me on
I
there.
know, that's what I know. I'm gonna make sure we're on there, so anyways, so yes.
Though we have those corporate sponsored for the golf tournament banner, right?
We have specific ones for the golf tournament.
Yes, there are specific for the golf
all of the
tournaments.
corporate.
I'm gonna, a few I've gotta get ordered, and I'll get those ordered the end of the week.
Perfect, yeah, so,
So-
but yeah, and for the, like the theaters, right, the concert halls, opera houses or whatever we have inside of our schools, we will have banners up, which would be really nice to, especially when the foundation concerts happen, people can see our support for that. We do a lot to make those happen, and I don't know if we get the recognition that we deserve for that, which is, so awesome, so.
Yes.
So anyway, so that's where we are on, make sure we recognize all of our generous donors. And, yeah, we've had some new ones added to the list this year too, which is fantastic, so. Anyways, so there we are on that one. Any questions regarding the concerts and the donor recognitions and all that? We're all good there? Okay, so we're all obviously always looking to expand our board and reach out. We've had some, we're looking for some representation from Lakeshore, First Community Bank, Ucore, and Whitaker. Do we have any updates with how the progress is coming along?
I do want to make sure I know we're
Yeah.
having anything yet.
Okay,
They
perfect,
did give us something for the golf tournament though.
which is awesome, which is great.
Marcy, we talk every meeting about Davis and Lot, how they used to always be on. Is-
Yes, and I'm not sure,
Somebody was gonna reach out to,
So I have,
Uh-huh.
I have a
David Yates is one of their partners.
Okay, I reached out to Will Pedersen.
Oh.
So he's my CTA, and he was not interested, unfortunately. And he moved, he's now living in the Weaver School District, and he's like, well, even though he still works out there.
Maybe I should call, because I know the owners of Davis and Bott, and it was Bott then, it was Clark Davis.
And Rennie Mott and Roger Lowe.
And they said, we want somebody on from our, so maybe I need to reach out
So
to
who's the one
Clark
that
to
is he
see
a partner?
who.
Yeah.
He is one of the partners.
Well, probably
Is
a
he?
junior partner.
I was gonna say, I know David Yates. David played basketball at Box Elder High, Box Elder graduate, and then there's another one, another partner that does play golf. with Keith.
That's,
Yeah.
I think, what is it? His son was the state golf championship, one year. He won state from Box Elder. They support the four-wheeler, SUV ride a lot.
Who was
So-
that?
Oh, God, you would have to ask me. I'll find it for you.
Oh, okay, and I'm gonna talk to Clark Davis and see who he recommends we
Yeah,
talk
which
to
one?
about
Yeah.
it.
Because Davis and Botts
So-
comes, they come to the Kiwanis golf tournament. I see them
Mhm.
there. And
They're coming to the fall tournament.
Okay.
I talked, Ted will keep
sponsoring a team.
sponsoring a team, but
Yeah, they would be, I would think they'd wanna be involved,
Yeah.
obviously not one of
Not,
them.
not my guy.
But-
I'll just switch CPAs apparently.
Yeah.
So,
they assigned Ted Jepson, and then he, got too busy.
Yeah, I think we could.
So I think they
Is
could
there-
assign someone else.
yeah, they're a pillar of the community.
Yeah, so David Yates is listed first. So he may be their managing partner, and he's a graduate from Box Elder High back in sometime in the 2000s, plays in the alumni tournament. Keith coached him.
Okay, wow.
I mean, Keith ought to be
Okay.
able to just turn the screws.
Yeah, at this point.
I think so.
And then Brandon Broadhead
That's so.
is the other one, yeah,
Yeah,
he is a
Brandon.
golfer.
Yep, and he supports the ATV and great guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was yours? Patterson? Yeah, Patterson's the one, he's at the very bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
He's like,
every year.
he's at the bottom of the page.
It's cheaper.
Every year I threaten to go to Walmart to get my taxes done. And I have to make good on that.
Yeah.
So,
It was-
anyways,
But Marcy, I bet if you reached out to one of those two,
Okay.
It was a bait.
you could use Clark to kind of ride your chains.
Yeah,
Solid. and,
I think they,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they.
Yeah.
okay.
So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. And then, James gonna work on Lake Shore since they've been generous enough to reach out to us.
And Jamie and I need to walk into First Community Bank.
Oh, fine.
Up by
I'm
Smith's.
gonna ask for that.
And that'd be wonderful, because yeah, they need to be involved in the community as well. Plenty of room for community banks.
Yep.
So, otherwise I'll have to change your name to First Bank, drop the community. Just
Number one
kidding.
bank.
Scratch that. Just kidding. So anyway, so, and that event's still working on cracking through the firewall. Yep. Of, Nucor
Nucor.
and Whitaker and stuff. And I think, Tom, you have a Whitaker neighbor?
There's
He hasn't
something,
responded.
I've gotta get him aside.
We were gonna, Jamie and I were
There's-
gonna go talk to Whitaker
There's
too.
something strange with Whitaker,
Okay.
and I don't know what it is. When I met with, what's the CFO's name?
Dave Putnam.
Putnam.
Oh, Dave, yeah.
I met with him last year, and his secretary said, well, you gotta go on the website, go to the foundation, do all of this, and I said, well, is he available? I'd just like to say hi, and he came out, and I had all the flyers and everything, and I said, we'll go on the website. He said, no, I'll take care of these. And tossed them.
Wow. You didn't see him tossing, did you?
No.
But I
This year
found
they,
out later
this
where
year the
they
foundation turned us
went.
down.
So I don't know. I'll get with Nick and see what,
Well,
cause they've always played in our golf tournaments. They've always been there, but
Potentially, they have a naming rights deal with us for our stadium up here at Box Elder High, and they're already contributing $60,000 a year. Maybe they feel that's sufficient, and they don't want to do more.
Mhm.
Well, and I'm getting a lot more pushback than I've had in the 4 years I've done this, spending a couple of days in Fremont and running around businesses. And a couple of them just flat out said, my 47% property tax is all they're getting from me.
Sure.
And they were right up front.
Maybe we need to ask someone from MIDA to be on our, somebody on our board, from the new data center.
That's right.
One of them I spent a lot of time with. He's always sponsored and played and reminded him this has, the school board has no connection to this money whatsoever. Didn't make any difference, so the ones I was contacting, I only got a couple out of the 6 or 7 that I went. Some said, well, leave the flyer and we'll look it over, which means we're not gonna do it, but leave the flyer.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds good. Well, guys, thank you for your efforts to kind of help fill the ranks up and said, because, yeah, we should have all the big hitters in the community should be involved in helping out, because we do a lot of good. We can do a lot of good together, so. Okay, so corporate donor packages, it's been a banner year. I mean, note too, the pun there with the banners. Just wanna toot my own horn a little bit, so.
The one you wanna be on.
Yeah, exactly, the one we're hoping to make, exactly, so on page 2, you can tell so far, we've got $69,000 in corporate sponsorships, which is fantastic, because I remember, I'm old enough to remember when we didn't do a corporate sponsorship, and this is fantastic to know that we've got this source of revenue, kind of as a baseline, basically, which is.
adds up a lot faster than the $300 Holtzmacher
Yeah.
at the golf course.
And that's thanks a lot to
Yeah,
Tom.
Tom, yeah, that was a brilliant idea, so.
Yes.
Thank you, Tom, for spearheading that and helping us get it right and polishing the letter. And everything's still kind of a work in progress. We're still kind of modifying and tweaking,
But this year we have so many companies that have never done any more than a whole sponsor, and now they're jumping right up there.
absolutely. Yeah, and some companies aren't even on here. So anyways, but yeah, McDonald's, it's awesome. They're here. You know, I mean, this is brilliant.
Members First is
Yeah.
always only done a whole sponsor, and now they're a silver sponsor.
Yeah, this is brilliant.
They're probably trying to keep Wasatch Peaks out of the rig. It's not like we have any big plans, but I wonder if that's still on.
Way to go.
I mean, I know Darren from growing up, I'm sure there's a little, maybe a little rivalry there, which is good for us.
There you go.
Good for us.
They're like defining membership differently or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see. I love it, so anyways, but yeah, so, yeah, it's just awesome, some, like I said, names we haven't seen before, and having them get involved and being so generous is just phenomenal, so. So great work everybody for getting those out, and it'd be nice if we could fill out the board with a few more people and get a few more sponsorships rolling in that come with their seats on the board, would be fantastic too, so. But yeah, huge progress from several years ago, so yeah, so Tom, thank you, brilliant idea, thank you so much.
It'll get better.
Yep, absolutely. So, and it's nice because it automatically backfills teams on the golf tables on the Jubilee, so it kind of just automatically kind of fills it out for us, so we're not hitting the reset button every single time, so just wonderful. So, thank you everybody for that. Okay, new items. We have our minutes for March 4th, the last time we met. Anyone wants to go over those, and if,
I missed, but no,
yeah,
I'm
they've
so
been
sorry.
emailed out. So, if anyone has a chance to review those and would like to, motion to accept them into the record, that would be fabulous.
A motion we accept.
Okay,
I second it.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Perfect. Okay, Neil, our guest of honor, you're here.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Well, foundation financials are nothing really too exciting, they're pretty mundane, pretty easy to understand. We have sufficient funds to cover our planned expenditures. In fact, a lot of our revenues are running above estimates. We talked about the executive committee, probably our biggest challenge, and not really a challenge, just the feature, is that our scholarships are accruing more interest in our investment accounts than we are providing scholarships. And some of our scholarships are very large, and so we have a larger amount, we award 2 or 3 of them a year, and interest on several $100,000 accrues faster than we can amount. Somebody has any ideas about how to fix that, but I don't think we've encountered any because of the restrictions.
That's how it's gonna be. That's how most of them, when they call, they ask for an endowment. And that's what they want it in an interest-bearing account, so it can just last much longer than the money that they put in, so. And that's part of our agreements.
We'll probably continue to accrue more, because we recently moved, invest some of this into our, what we call PTIF, Public Treasure Investment Fund. And that's earning at about 3.8% just right now, which is simply higher than what we get on a normal checking account. So those amounts will continue to flow higher.
But it doesn't, but all that interest does not go to the scholarships. It goes to the money that's in there, not just the scholarships.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we have money in there too, just our general money, so that is earning interest too.
Correct. Golf tournament revenues are up higher, as we mentioned, with our corporate sponsors and signups. A portion of these revenues is gonna be dedicated towards the fall tournament as well, so not all available for this. Other than that, I don't know what else to add. Any questions about these?
So under actual expenses, that will grow, because we will be doing 2 golf tournaments between now and then, so that will increase.
Yeah, but the July ones are cut off for the year.
Oh, that's right.
So those ones the following year.
That's right.
I'm trying my best to get our revenues aligned with our expenditures in the proper year. Because if we have, for example, someone donates to the fall tournament in April, we wanna make sure we move that revenue to the following year, not recognize it this year.
Which a third of this money is for the fall. Well, a third of this is for the fall golf tournament and a third of it is for Jubilee youth.
Right,
So only a third of this is for
This year.
This year.
First.
because all of the donors on that page are in all 3
yes.
activities. So it's
Yes.
a third, and a third allocation.
I was just gonna mention too, on the, what we have left to spend, the available, we still have about, I think it was between 5,000 and 8,000 that hasn't come in for our teacher requests. There were some that were waiting till the very end of the year, and they had let me know that they had to because of the programs they were doing, so there's a couple thousand, but that's all.
Good. And then in the fall, we'll have, start doing the teacher requests in the fall. And so that'll kind of tidy things up.
I sent it out already so that they can start,
Perfect.
and we've got a few requests in there, but
Got all summer to think about what they need.
yes,
and-
they have till October 1, I
Okay.
think is what we decided.
Perfect. Yeah, and that'll kind of clean things up too, as far as revenue recognition and.
So, between now and our next meeting, which will be in August, I believe, we'll work on developing a budget for the upcoming year. But in addition to that, because the district is the fiscal agent of the school, of the foundation, there'll also be a budget that the school approves with estimates for the foundation. Obviously, it's not binding that this group will approve the final budget, but no, that'll be coming forth here soon.
Okay, good. Any questions while Neil is here? We can pepper him, question him.
Yeah, want to go early or?
No, no.
That's what I thought he was.
I know.
Yours already
There's no excuse for me. But, anyways, anyone have any questions about the financial report and where things are? Okay, awesome, well, moving on, thank you, Neil. Scholarship reviews, so thank you to everybody, for
Do
going
we need to
through.
approve the budget,
Oh.
the financial report?
Should we do that?
We have to.
Okay. So I mean, we're approving it for.
The motion, just a motion to approve.
Oh,
I motion to approve the budget.
I second it.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, I think the ayes have it. Okay, thank you. Okay, and then, so we just went through every grading, scholarships, reading essays, going over requirements. So I know it can be a lot of heavy lifting all at once, because that deadline comes a lot faster for some than just for others. And I know certain people did it more than once, and so Jamie, we appreciate you for being extra thorough on your scholarship grading. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, so we'll start listening by last name first, then the first name, last name, and the first name, so might make it easier. But,
On your list.
I heard.
so anyways, so yes, so anyways, but yeah, so I know it's a lot to go through, there's a lot of highly qualified students, it makes it really difficult, and you end up kind of splitting hairs as far as who gets the edge and all that stuff, so, so yeah, so thank you guys for all your efforts, and I know it's super hard, because there are, like I said, it's like, you know, picking your favorite child sometimes, and, you know, obviously my oldest daughter, but for others, it's harder to figure that out, so, anyways. Okay, that's not on the record.
But it is on the video.
It is on the video.
Yeah.
So anyways, okay, anybody have anything they wanna mention or add about the scholarship reviews and, or any suggestions? Are we good to move on?
Marcy gets an award for putting up with some of the slow pokes and
Yes.
resanding and all of that, so thank you.
Everybody did really great this year, and we even had quite a few new ones this year, it was kinda nice. And one more new one for next year, so hopefully more than one.
I did mine about 3 weeks early,
Yeah.
because I've always been a last minute guy.
And this is the time.
And I clicked that send and I went into Marcy and said, guess what, I don't ever have to do again.
Yes.
Make decisions that are so dang tough because they're so good. It's so hard, so anyway, felt good.
Got it over with early, well done. And the friendly reminders that Marcy sends out are
Yes.
very helpful, very helpful, so anyway, so yeah, thank you guys, I know we've been able to help make a difference for a lot of these kids and paying for their education going forward, post-secondary, so. Okay, golf tournament, it's coming up, May 21st, we are a couple weeks away. So, wow, how are things, I know.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's Cinco de
We're in
Mayo.
May, aren't we?
It's Cinco de Mayo,
It's
yeah.
Cinco de Mayo today, sir.
We had tacos today.
We had we had negotiations today, so in lieu of Cinco de Mayo, we had Taco Tuesday. We had tacos. And a little known fact, it's another 7 years before we have Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday on the same day.
Wow.
Just one of those important things you
We
can
can
do.
come back for that day, Steve, and celebrate it.
I don't think so. I don't think I'll be invited back.
This is like Halley's Comet, just doesn't happen that often. But when it does, you appreciate it. So, anyway, okay,
Well,
very
we
good.
have a few little differences on this, but we have a couple more. And just a couple changes, but
Marcy,
We're doing
the golf
good.
balls are ordered and the
Okay.
tees, so they should be here, they're supposed to be here by the 15th, the week before.
okay,
So we'll coordinate, get them up to you.
sounds great, thank you.
So we did white
Yes,
tees and red tees.
perfect, thank you.
Looks like we've got 19 teams and.
I think we're up to 20, members first. They paid for the silver sponsor, but thought that was only a whole sponsor.
Oh, wow.
So I called her and talked to her today, and she said, we don't have anybody to play, so let us just do a whole sponsor instead of a team. They've still paid, they're leaving it as the silver sponsor, we'll put their logo up there like it is, they just want to have a team. Which actually
Did they
saves us a
indicate
little money,
That's
because
even
we don't
better.
have to pay
You
for
don't have to play the course.
that they would participate in the fall?
They're gonna do the same thing in the fall, they don't have people who like to play golf.
You know, how many,
Something's wrong.
So, but they do like to, they like to.
Hey, Marcy?
They like to sit at the table as a whole sponsor and give out things and talk with people.
Yeah, they do that on that,
So-
yeah, on that backside.
Yes.
Number 14 there, yeah.
Uh-huh,
so we're at a point with 20 on a 9-hole course.
no, we have morning and afternoon,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we've got about 5 or 6 in the afternoon now.
We're getting
So we're doing
Pretty full.
pretty good.
there. We'll double up sponsors on a couple of holes. There's 11 holes, 12 hole sponsors now. So-
Marcy, so I don't forget, was it Members First that doesn't play golf? Is that who we just remember me in the years to come, that
All right.
I'd be glad to fill in their forces for them.
Yeah,
If they wanted to dish the money up and let me just come and play and have a nice
I'll
lunch.
tell 'em.
You'll represent.
Look at how I'm supporting the foundation.
I know that.
Yeah, exactly. So we gotta do a district member too.
And we're, any response from Zions?
They usually do the fall.
They do the fall?
Mm-hmm.
And D11's
Yeah.
is doing
Yeah.
the spring, but they don't do fall typically, right?
I haven't gotten anything from D11.
No, they usually always do the afternoon.
So,
Huh.
so yeah, we'll have to talk to them.
And I don't have a lot of prizes, if anybody's got connections.
Connections. We have a lot from CTE. We have some of those towels and bags from last year, and we have, what are they called? Sand blankets, or they're
Yeah.
waterproof blankets that you can set on the
Beach towel blanket
beach,
type,
or you can
those
set
striped ones,
on
yeah.
the grass, or, so there's some nice ones. So, we've got a few there, and Ben and I picked up last fall at the UAPS, what is it? I
It's
don't
a
know.
huge acronym.
Utah School Districts Foundation.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of extra stuff and they said, we don't want any of it, so we took it.
Mhm.
And so there's some like griddles and
Oh, nice.
flashlights, and there were 3 different things. I think we got a coffee maker and a few things there, so we've got some.
And just crossed my mind as I happened to be in Walmart the other day, and I watched the Kiwanis guys come to the fall with their TV set. You can buy a 65-inch TV for $289.
Yeah.
Well, and they're coming to the fall again to do the same thing,
No, I'm saying,
but
As a prize.
that's a
should
price.
we
Maybe
buy?
we buy one and then
Tremont, and there's
put
a
in-
grand prize for
For,
$285.
We don't
to
do
have people put in
raffles.
money to buy raffle tickets? Is that what
Do we sell raffle
We
tickets?
don't sell the tickets, we have just given them out, so that's something that, yeah,
You
that's
should, you should
suggested.
sell raffle tickets for.
Some for $1 or
sure.
something.
or something like that?
5, we charge a lot more than that. You can charge,
Oh, yeah.
2 for 5 or, 4 for 10 or whatever.
Yeah,
But you can raise $10,000 in a raffle pretty
Okay.
easily from a full tournament. But you gotta have the prizes
Yeah.
that, and so if you had
yes,
a TV, those are, or some of those griddles, it's nice to have golf.
So some of those
Related
organizations, some of these tournaments, they'll actually, instead of doing the sponsorship, they'll do prizes.
Yeah,
So
donate a
they donate
prize.
the prizes and then we sell tickets and that's how we generate the money as well.
Get Corbett to donate, a bowling ball, a
Bowling
custom
ball.
bowling ball that's got the logo of the.
I was trying for some good ones, I tried for Lifetime and they flat turned us
They said,
down.
no.
Mhm.
Is Corbett gonna sponsor?
I reached out, I was asking Marcy, he did the fall tournament last year, so I reached out a couple weeks ago about the spring, and he's ghosted me, so I'll ping him again.
I've got somebody trying to get into, Smith and Edwards too, get maybe a grill or Dutch oven or something.
And I've still got, I went into Greer's and I haven't, the gal that helped us as manages, it wasn't there. Last year, they gave us a Camp Chef stove that I think somebody won.
Yeah, they drew my number.
Whether they'll do that again or not.
Still in the package, isn't it?
Yeah, cause I already had one. Waiting for maybe a kid to get married or something. Dust it off and give it to him.
But we're on track.
Well, and this link right here is the volunteer sign up link. I will email that out to everybody as well, but go ahead and check that out and see when you want to come help, because it's going to be I'm not giving any options, it's going to be a beautiful day.
Gorgeous day.
I don't know, it's been raining about once every 2 weeks.
On Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, not on Thursdays.
Thank you, that's a great point, actually.
But Brian won't be able to be to the golf tournaments.
Saturday storm went through here today. It's gonna be cold.
He's working behind the scenes,
He
car
is.
dealers and
He got, yeah, he's
all
talked
of
to
that, but his,
Niagara, we're getting a pallet of water
his
and they're coming.
wife has reached the point where he can't leave her for more than about an hour. Cause he raised $300 just wandering around the golf course hitting
Yeah.
drives for
He did.
$5.
That was fun.
And
Sounds like
he
everybody
loved
loved
it.
it.
He loved it. He's just feels to have, cause he just had a great day and I think he made $250.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And but his life is going down. But he is making contacts with, especially with the car guys, cause he knows all the car guys. And a few others.
And with Maddox Catering,
Mhm.
have we approached them, because they also own the Pronghorn?
Yes, and we need to. They came to the fall tournament last year.
Yeah.
And so we're not gonna take them we're gonna use that for the fall.
Okay, e-bike,
See if we can do that.
because that'd be a great thing to raffle for,
Seriously, a lot of money.
if you do like whatever tickets to make sure it's,
There's people that'll, we see people at tournaments give $100 to the raffle, you know, you
Yeah.
get 25 tickets for $100 or 20
Yeah.
tickets, and
those e-bikes are
it
nice.
adds up really quick, but you gotta have some big ticket items,
Yeah.
if you can get some of those.
Yeah, because I think the flat screen, we all have flat screens all over the house, it'd be not the selling point it used to be, but an e-bike, I mean, those are super nice. That might be a better selling point than a flat screen. I know if I put a flat screen on my wife, they're like, where are you putting that? Well, we'll take the family picture now. Put this up. So anyways, but yeah, I think that'd be something that, they don't for the fall tournament, that'd be awesome to, that'd be a huge raffle generator, right?
Yes.
And how many teams do we have for fall?
For fall, we have more teams.
More teams, and so.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah, so.
Uh-huh.
And maybe we wanna just, Marcy, maybe we could, focus on the fall and maybe try to do our first raffle, try to
I
get some
think
big
that's a
ticket
good
items.
idea.
We do our own foundation tournament at the credit union, and we spend a couple $1,000s buying prizes for the raffle.
Okay.
Cause you make, you figure you make 2 or 3 times what you spent the money on, so even if we can get them donated, that's gold.
Or at cost or something.
Or a cost or something, and I'd be happy to buy, people like to, see a driver, golf driver, some wedges, some putter.
And that's what made me think when I was walking through Walmart, looking at big, they used to be $1,500.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can buy them for $300 or $400. And why not spend some of our money to make some money?
Okay.
You can't do
I
it in
think the
2
fall one
weeks.
would be a good one too.
Can't do it in 2 weeks for Tremont.
Yeah.
It gets organized for fall.
Yeah, yeah, I think e-bike, even at cost would be worth it to do that. Cause I wanna
Okay.
donate it, that'd be awesome, so, yeah, everybody wants one of those, so, okay. Really great ideas, thanks for that raffle idea, I like that
Yes.
a lot, so. Okay, all right, well, golf tournaments happen whether you like it or not, and it's coming up. And so we'll make sure you sign up to help volunteer and stuff, and it'll be a great tournament, with awesome weather, I'm super excited. And, okay, and then we've got, the band directors gave us a proposal. The executive committee went over it, and the one thing I do like is they're closer, they're boots on the ground basically, because they kind of know what works for them better than we know what works for them, and so this is a nice organically generated suggestion that they would like us to help out with. And so, because typically when we have the band clinician comes, we have guest people, the guest conductors come. You can see kind of on the very back page of our agenda, it's from the band instructors. So They thought it'd be better if we did 2 clinicians and we split the students into 2 groups basically. So you're gonna have the more intermediate group and then the advanced group. And then you've got 2 clinicians and they work kind of more closely with the smaller group and helping them bring them up and get the most out of them versus just one huge group of everybody. And so this is something that they suggested that we do. And they think it would be a lot more beneficial for the kids to get kind of better, closer instruction and then have both bands perform like a double header that concert night, you know? And so anyways, so they're looking to increase the budget to help allow to cover that extra clinician, travel and lodging, and their meals. And so, anyways, the executive committee met and we concurred. We felt like, yeah, that's a great idea. So, anyways.
And it appears on this, it appears that Bear River is on board with this proposal. So
Which is huge.
I think that's a good, something to consider, I would agree.
Absolutely.
And the band one this last time was one of the better ones I've seen. We could have had better participation, but the quality of the music and how the kids performed was really pretty good.
And they had such a short amount of time.
Right.
And some of the music, what do they call it? Some of the music, they hadn't practiced before that
Yeah,
director got there, so it was just like given to them, they practiced, and they did such a great job.
They really did, I agree. So that's a
Yeah.
good, this is good, I think,
Okay.
especially if Wade's on board. He's always fought us forever.
Yeah.
And we talked about, that would be about 15,000 a year between the 3, groups. And we have 1 more year of the Marie Eccles Cade Foundation money. And then we're on our own, and that's, so the decision to do, the split on the Jubilee of Trees money would give us that money that we need for the concerts.
Yeah.
So, there's a couple of, I think there's one grant that Jamie and I were gonna kind of look at and see if we could get some help in that area too, so.
We made a motion to change, like you said just now, Marcy, to change that Jubilee of Trees, and splitting those profits. Did that get officially documented, not just a motion, but is that changed in our,
Bylaws?
down here, like, and I guess, yeah, bylaws, go with that.
It's not in the bylaws, but it is, when we advertise out for Jubilee of Trees, that's exactly what we'll put.
Okay, perfect.
That it's 50/50,
Yeah.
yes. Mhm.
I just think it's important to secure that funding for the arts, because that is one of our goals, that fine arts and those clinicians.
Yeah, and especially with not building standalone teen centers, which is kind of what we thought at first. Right? It's like, oh man, it's gonna cost a lot, but we can, be able to use existing real estate to, do that. So that helps make it so the need isn't so great on the teen center side. So, anyways, well, good. Any other comments or suggestions regarding that? Okay.
Somebody needs to make a motion.
I motion that, the band foundation proposal for 2026-2027, that we move forward with 2 clinicians and splitting up students into 2 groups, for future band foundation concerts.
Okay.
And we are gonna have to raise the,
Oh, and raise the allotted funding to allow for those clinicians and travel. That's my motion.
Maybe someone just second that mouthful of a motion.
I second the motion, but we do need to have some discussion on it.
Okay.
We need to set the amount of money that we're going to spend, not just say we'll spend.
Oh, got it.
So they've
Yeah,
got,
so,
increase the budget from 2,000 to 3,000 to 4,000, so.
so we had talked about 4,000 for orchestra and band. So did we,
So that's for all 3?
4,000 for orchestra, 4,000 for
Oh,
band, and
okay.
8,000
So
for, we already approved 8,000 for choir.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So this is what they're asking for here, going from 2 to 3 to 4, and if they ask for 3 to 4, they'd like 4. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
well,
more
we
than 4.
talked about that, because of the costs, it really, 4,000 is really what it's going to cost.
But that's just an increase, this is just for that second
And
cruise.
Well, and
And
to
it's
get
adding-
enough music and
Sure,
everything for
sure.
that. Mhm.
And adding the river where
Yeah.
they haven't.
But the rest of the money for the other orchestra and choir is already in there in the budget.
The choir is,
But we didn't raise
but
orchestra.
we haven't raised orchestra, which we probably should.
So there's,
Okay, so we're talking, and they were at 2?
Mhm.
They were
And
all
they've
at
been-
2.
They've been at 2,000,
I see.
2,000 and choir at 4 for years,
For
which
ever.
you can hardly buy any music for that.
So
Since
approving
COVID,
this would be an
yeah.
extra 2,000 for,
Each orchestra and band,
so $6,000.
so 4,000, orchestra and band.
Would go from 2 to 4.
But not, okay, so not each band,
No,
just band.
just
Okay,
band.
okay,
Mhm.
I got you.
That's it.
I got you.
Yes.
So Marcy, do we need to make a motion then to change that budget, or,
How does that work? Do you need to amend the motion, or
well, I can, I'd be happy to
how do we
amend
do
that
Yeah,
that?
could you amend?
So,
what you
yeah,
said
I
previously?
amend my motion, let me get my reading glasses. So I amend my motion to, not only to approve the proposal, but then to, increase funding for the, orchestra and the band by $2,000 for a total of $4,000 for orchestra and $4,000 for band.
Okay. Anyone in favor? Or anyone second?
I'll second.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Duly noted. Okay, thank you guys. So, other items, are there any other items we need to, go over that have not been mentioned since we're all here? So, Ben?
I just want to, it's not really an important item. This is our last meeting for the year. I would just like to thank Marcy. There's a lot of people that do a lot of things, but Marcy is, I hate to say it, but she's almost our fearless leader. She keeps me and Jamie in line. She makes sure we're aware of all of our meetings. She takes care of all of us with all of our emails. She makes sure all of our meetings are scheduled. She is the master behind the curtain to keep the foundation running. So publicly, while it's being recorded by Robert over there, I just want anybody who ever hears this or reads this to know how much I appreciate Marcy and how great a job she does for the foundation. So thank you, Marcy.
Thank you.
that.
Yeah, I know.
All those in favor?
And there is no discussion.
Thank you.
I
So
agree.
true.
And I might be the quarterback, but she's calling the plays. My helmet there telling me what to do, so.
He makes it sound like you're retiring.
I know.
No,
We do have someone named Steve Carlson who's actually retiring.
Yeah.
And, I was gonna acknowledge him, but I acknowledge that he left the meeting. Anyways, so if he wants to,
We'll get his little gift.
yeah, so he's got his retirement party is
The 14th.
14th,
Yeah.
so next week.
it's coming up.
So, yeah, so it'll be good. So, yeah, so we're appreciative of all his support of the foundation throughout the years and for being a big part of it. And I guess this means Keith is coming back, right? Because he hasn't been here for a while, but.
Whole year.
Yeah.
For a whole year.
It'd be good to have him back, so anyways, but yeah, so if you do see Steve in the hallway, make sure you tell him things. And congratulations on retirement and all that stuff, because he's just, yeah, helped us kind of build up over the last few years and get things going, so we're appreciative of him and all his support of the foundation.
And I do have to say I dropped the ball on that one because we usually do a little box of chocolates and so we will get that and I'll get a card for everyone too. So,
We've done it at the beginning of the school year
yeah,
though, just invite him back.
Yeah.
Invite him back,
That's a
yeah.
good
That's
idea.
true.
Okay.
Don't worry about it right now, you have too much on your plate right now.
Yeah, or invite him to a golf tournament, take
Yes.
a seat of an empty golf cart.
Give me a feeling for somebody who don't show up.
Yes.
Well, good stuff. Okay, anything else that needs to be mentioned?
I was gonna mention the ATV ride. I emailed, Tom and Eldon and Roger.
Roger.
Tom and Roger. And Eldon and Roger are planning on going out and checking out the trail. So we'll get that open hopefully next week, because I've already had people asking, we need to get that open. So,
What they're planning, and the only instructions I gave them, these two are ATV nuts. And I said, they don't wanna go to the West Desert in the dust and the dirt. With the kind of winter we've had, we ought to be able to go to the mountains. And so, he tried to ride it a couple of weeks ago and there was still snow up on top. They're going out next Monday. It says, the trail I'm proposing, and he likes to, and we've been on some off the beaten path trails. I mean, we can go to Hardware Ranch and ride up through there, but there's gonna be 100 other ATVs going all through there, so. He's proposing, we'll travel from the fairgrounds while we register everybody and get them to sign their waivers. We'll rendezvous in Holbrook, we'll then go north, then west across the Rockland Valley and return down through the Sawtooth Mountains. If passable, Roger and I will be riding it next Monday. If anybody wants to join him on the ride, they're welcome, and he'll give us a map and a follow-up on Tuesday. It's a lot of fun, and half the riders or more have been there every year.
Yeah.
They love it, they're already asking Marcy, I've got 3 of them asking me, well, where are we going? And when are we going? And I said, well, I know when we're going, but I'm not sure where we're going, so. But that doesn't involve much, between Roger and Eldon and myself and my wife, we'll get the registration and everything done, waiver signed, all of that, so.
Thanks for
Great.
scouting that out.
We have one more. So Marcy and I went to a conference, was it last week?
yeah,
We were at it, and they were talking about fundraising. It was a lot about fundraisers for foundations, or even just like your school in general, but they talked about connecting it to stories that tie to your community. And so we wanted to try something. In our district, we have a really cool thing with the Bear River Box Elder football game. It's the longest standing game in the state. Not everyone has that, and there is a little bit of a friendly rivalry there. And so what we wanted to do was like an online donation and make it a competition between the north and the south somehow. We haven't really thought out the details, but it would all be done online. I can pretty much manage that. But just advertising and telling the story about the game, and then trying to get people to just, like, any amount of money they wanna donate, they would just donate and just try to make it a little competition. So any thoughts or ideas?
Back in the day, 40 plus years ago, they used to go around Brigham and pick up the portable bleachers from all of the city parks and take them to the football field, because
There's so many.
there was not enough seating
Before the fire
for
marshal.
Yeah.
The help we're doing.
But I remember when I was in high school, there would be people all around the track, like,
Yeah, the
couldn't get on and off the field.
Bear River Box Elder game was the event of the year. It still is the rivalry, but they're not in the same region, so
Yeah.
But I think you get a large participation. I don't know how, I don't know if Keith, I don't know how do you get the word out to the general public? They're not just clicking into the website every day to see what's going on.
Yeah, we would
I
have to
think
use
it
our
would be
social
mostly,
media.
mostly email through the school district and the beach.
And they do know where we are on social media. That's not a problem. They know how to find us.
I know Morgan's school district, because our kids
live up there, they do a tailgate, their foundation is, and they make on a game. They don't have a rivalry game like we do, but they do one, it was their homecoming night, and they do a big tailgate, and they
That'd be fun.
double, I mean, they get their food, but they double the price of what they.
I will volunteer to help cook that night along with one Gary Allen and whoever else would like.
Well, you can have it catered, like they do pulled pork.
Yeah.
And-
Gary is a cook extraordinaire
I
on
mean, you
that.
can do a fun tailgate.
I'm
And
crazy
have-
that night.
Student
Oh, yeah?
government does
Do they do a tailgate?
But theirs is free, they just do it to get people to
I
come,
want to
so.
bond.
I mean,
so we don't have
So even if you work with them, I think they would totally be fine giving it away. They can still come and they
It's just
have
an
to do
idea,
work.
because I thought, I'm gonna throw that out there because
Yeah.
it's a way you could make
Yeah.
money and have
And-
QR codes where
Yes.
Box Elder people donate here and Bear River
Yes.
donate here
I think that would be good.
Have a little competition.
Still- I'm sorry, there still is a rivalry
Oh, yeah,
between Morgan and Bear River.
Oh, I know, I feel it when I go. Believe me, yes. Even on the kids soccer level, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
12-year-olds, it's
I
a
was-
thing.
I was talking to an official a couple of days ago that officiated a game at Morgan and Bear River, and I guess it was unbelievable. rivalry.
That was basketball.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah, that's what he told me. So anyway, there's still is good.
Yeah.
I think you
Well,
could
we
play out
were
of it.
thinking that money could go to teacher projects, because, there's been a lot of stories out there about teachers wanting to still help fund teachers, and that they don't have enough funding for some of the things they have, so we thought we could use that for teacher projects.
Anybody wanna guess what the overall record is for that rivalry?
What, I know what it is.
You know what it is, anybody wanna guess? I played in one of those games. I was 1-1. It's 76, 27, and 2 for Box Elder. Wow. So, but I mean, the size is fun. The size is cool. Hey, I let Bear River beat us one year. I beat Bear River. Didn't need to, but. Anyway, it's just
My son's
interesting.
your Bear River default, so. Just like.
He always asked me when he first started going into playing Little League, one time he asked me if I was gonna be mad that he was playing for Box Elder.
The answer was yes.
Hasn't spoken to you
The
since.
answer was
So I had to bleed purple.
yes. I think that's great to take advantage of that though,
Yeah,
to start
I think we
doing
can tell
something
about it.
along those lines.
History
Yeah.
about it and really help connect people.
Yeah, BYU and Utah raise a
Maybe
lot
we
of
can
money.
find a few pictures that are there painted purple.
Back in the day.
I
Have a
have
battle
a,
with the mascots.
Jamie, I have a jacket, I have a fleece jacket that's red and has a nice BR on it, and you open it up and there's a purple heart.
Have you seen the suits?
I've
He
got-
has a shirt.
He has a shirt, he did, red and purple.
I had the Box Elder High home ec teacher take 2 t-shirts and tear it down, cut it together.
I have a picture of him in it, if you would like.
How do people share their stories about their homecoming memories? Because those are fun, those
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
It'd be fun to read about them.
Yeah, so just finding a way, like, just think of ideas as we're thinking. I think it will mostly be
What's
done
the statute
online,
of
but we can do
limitations
some
on
stuff at the
vandalism?
game.
Right, statute of limitations on
Ben's
vandalism.
got some
Just wanna know
stories.
before we tell stories.
I was like,
That's true, we probably not, I did
Oh, look.
But we got away with it.
That was all I know, right?
Not at all.
Oh,
We did social media.
We
I
used to
have
make
like
Main
one
Street,
poster.
right? You didn't just make high school.
Okay.
You made
Oh,
Walter Street.
And
Yeah.
they, in their yearbook, they put just more about
Yearly
the
literature.
Like in their yearbook. Oh, wow.
which is really funny, actually.
Yeah, I mean, back then, yeah.
Good. Okay,
We'll get
And this is
started
when
on.
gas was.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, so send me any ideas.
It's a tradition like no other.
I don't, not anyone else that.
Better than the Masters.
Better than the
Radio stations.
Great.
that
Good, okay, so unless there's anything
Is
else,
it Box Elder or Bear River this
That
year,
was
do we know?
And we were
It
at the Box
is
Elder.
at Bear River,
It should be a Bear River, I think.
because we were at Box
Yeah.
Elder last year.
Should be a Bear River.
Yeah, I would hold. No, I don't hold.
well, with that, Steve, you left right when we said all the nice things about you. So
Well, that
you can
figures.
play back the tape if you
I
want.
was talking to our HR director about a possible termination, just so,
Oh,
thank you, yeah.
perfect timing.
I won't-
Can you
I won't-
wait a couple weeks for that?
Lucky.
I asked her, so if this guy appeals, when will that be in, after July? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, good.
People ask me what I'll miss,
That,
That.
that's certainly one of them.
absolutely. Well, thank you, Steve, for your support throughout the years of the foundation. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like I said, we hope to
No,
have you.
Marcy said, well, I said, well, I'll try to help with a few things, but
That's right,
I am not a salesman,
that's right.
and so I can't do that, but I'll come and help with physical
And
stuff.
if there's an empty seat in a golf cart.
Yeah,
that's right.
absolutely, yeah, I can come and support that.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate all your help throughout the year, and we'll see you all at the golf tournament.
Okay.
Okay? With that, we're adjourned.